Very well. I shall go on ahead. I dare not enter the palace, but I would fain escort you to the castle entrance.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead. 'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid. If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
Vigilant. The townspeople depend on me.
Not sure why I patrol it, if I'm honest. Not sure why I patrol it, if I'm honest.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible. This battle is not yet done!
Boy, that's not on.
Tis good to be reunited. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Right there. Here, try his lightning on your side.
I'm feckless, through and through. I'm not trained for this.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Jesus arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
The magistrate seeks a place to quench his thirst for knowledge. Where might we find one, I wonder? There was a place fitting that description within the slums, as I recall.
At last, it all becomes clear.
Stay with me, Arisen. Wait right there.
Year's all that fuss. some salvation.
Loyalty's just another way to save your own skin.
Can scarce afford to keep us fed these
Wickedness
days.
have no
Can't we make our own?
True faith must come from the spirit, not the mind.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
I must be grateful. I wish I had a full True faith must.
Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself.
Arms.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Where ought we to go now?
Hey, Grant.
What teachings might salve the people's woes?
Got more soil on me than an unwashed potato.
The end comes.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
Easy
Why must
there,
fate
friend.
be so cruel?
Exhausting days feast.
short repose would do me a world of good.
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I say.
Wouldn't say no to a nice, juicy beast steak. What to do?
Life can be tiring even if you've noticed.
My bad.
Tisn't the dragon, but these pests will bother.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Must have taken a wrong turn.
There's no telling what
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
Not my kind of place, this.
All the others made it. Why's my luck so
Time to be heading home.
Them nobles do nothing but guzzle sweetmeats and ale.
sooner be home.
Why must fate be so
arms for
cruel?
the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
A short repose would do me a world of good. What causes conflict to plague the world? The end comes.
I shall not stop it. Must be begged for guidance.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
Sets my thoughts on time.
I don't know what to do.
So tired. I've barely even been to time I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour. Somehow my feet always carry me.
I'm in fine fettle today.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side. Why me?
You can do this! I'm...
No! I'm begging you!
Heavens preserve me.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to... Greetings. You seek guidance, do you not? You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words guide you. You've my gratitude. If the way forward is shrouded to you, 'tis lovely to see you.
That's not acting up today.
There's a ladder here. Ah, excellent find.
At least here I can let down my hair.
Still a while to go before my shift's over.
All I've got left in my 18th.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
Open your... eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off? Ready to forge on?
'Twould seem we've a need to visit the palace.
There's comfort in the
Why must fate be so cruel?
This place gives me an ill feeling.
Follow me, if you would. Tis this way.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest. Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet.
Oh, could use a rest.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Here we are.
Arrived at last.
We shall await you here, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
Too many undervalue the importance of rest.
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself get distracted.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
My sword arm could use some work.
Still waiting on that report.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
They wish they were in my boots.
Such
If they only
quietude
knew.
is a blessing. So tired. I'd kip just about anywhere.
Not such peace
Anyone gives
reigned
me
eternal.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Are the new recruits battle ready?
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Tis our duty to see this peace. Our soldiers need better training.
It's too quiet here. Are brigands lurking about?
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. Thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee, inform us when you leave your chambers. If aught were to happen to you.
We must consider the needs of the
One
common folk as well.
last push, and I'll be done for the day.
The new equipment's coming.
Somehow my feet always carry me.
Lots to be taken care of.
Even the best of us has his limits, I suppose.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
Nary a gentle scratch on my arms and arm.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive. And 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my The man's home is located in back Bаттala. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculptor.
Shall we seek some answers?
Find me a mark. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
We ought to put it to good use.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Bаттala no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that these schemes run deep. To think, Diza's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. 'Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Diza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Diza's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting? I'm not sure what we're dealing with here. Phases. Now there's a name to remember.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your a place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Naught springs to mind, I'm afraid. Kendrick the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he knows of such a place?
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but...
To follow.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander?
What's to be done about this?
Lots to do. Precious little time. This can't be happening.
I shan't forget this slight. Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
At once, Master.
Now this is a conundrum.
Now, where was I bound again?
Coin's no good if you work yourself to death.
So tired. I've barely the vim to tie my boots.
I can't wait to see what the day holds.
Now here's a welcome sight. teach him a lesson he will soon forget.
Oi there, friend! Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road. But now I feel prepared. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but... That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith now. The carts only depart at certain... And mind you, don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? In case... So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the... But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets... Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time. Seeing as you're doing me a come, find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be...
We need only deliver it to the intended recipient.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
No one will disturb me here.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
What should I do?
Alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
I find such solace in prayer.
My prayers will surely be rewarded in the hereafter. Wickedness has no hold on its own.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
The agony. Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your voice.
This is a place of prayer. Do keep your...
It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue. It is my duty to devote my life to
Alms
prayer.
for the...
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
I've naught to say to you.
Oh, my joints have been aching something fierce of late. Find someone else to pester.
talk to.
Arms for the poor. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir.
You'd best keep your distance.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals. Regarding the Vermundian military, yes? Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Why's my luck? Don't think you're safe just because you're in the city. Monsters have gotten bolder of late. One found its way inside the common quarter just the other night. Much blood was spilled afore the thing was cold. You could say 'twas an ill twist of fortune, but mayhap we ought to be better prepared for such incidents. I wonder if building a nice, high wall is out of the question. Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
What about this place next?
This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I'm aching for a fight.
What am I to do? The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on. Now, that's not so strange. But guess who I saw riding in it? And rightly so, as it turned out to be a young boy. Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think a young noble, their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as night and day.
Was I lacking?
My, you are persistent.
I need help.
You'd best keep your distance.
Your pockets look full.
Is it true you're the Arisen? Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen over in the tavern about 6 months ago. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen, a fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith. Good luck to you.
What do you want?
Must we beg for guidance? Can't we make our own way?
My bed.
Steel yourself!
How did I wind up here anyhow?
What to do?
Nothing but guzzle sweetmeats and ale.
Not my kind of place, this.
You want something? Speak.
Away with you.
What brings you here?
I'm going to go exploring.
Was I lacking in devotion? Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for arm? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Might I propose we seek out new information? I quite agree.
my kind of place, this.
Pity me, do you?
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
Supper and a night's rest is all I need.
Must be better to go careful. Can't you make out move? Not mine. There is surely no fate more wretched than this.
Can scarce afford.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
Moment I let down my guard,
Maybe he was hoping to find something shiny among the rubble. Wonder if he found anything good.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
moment I let down my guard, I'm done.
There's a calm in the air.
I swear it.
True faith must come from the spirit, not the mind.
I never should have come here.
I feel no difference between waking and sleep.
It's been a hard day. For my next shipment.
I'm in no mood for talk.
Away with you.
All that fuss and nary a coin to show for.
All about this place makes me nervous.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
What should I do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of... For true! I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers... Hoya Risen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Well, take your time. You know...
What an exhausting day it's been.
Let me alone, I pray.
Do not approach me. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
The pursuit of betterment is an end. My path will surely be rewarded in the hereafter.
None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
This year's crops aren't faring so well.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? And perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow. And mind the ceiling.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs. One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. It was well worth the effort of breaking it.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly, perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to follow close behind. Right you are.
Over here. Come.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused or mistreated. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
I quite agree.
Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
This might contain useful information.
Shall we take a closer look? Pray, follow me.
This place is amazing. I knew I'd...
The books ne'er seem to end. Who could have brought...
Visibility is poor here. Be wary of enemies lying in ambush. Keep your eyes peeled.
Our fair is still not come.
Exploring. Wish I could go on an adventure.
Living's hard, but dreams are free,
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
I mustn't let the captain see my knees.
Well, have you found some place? Oh, to think such a place existed. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find...
Assess the field, then act accordingly.
Tis good to be reunited.
This should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Wickedness has no hold upon a truthful mind.
We ought to bring word of this to Captain Brandt.
This looks as good a place as any.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
Goodness me.
Very dull.
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Always a pleasure.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty's... It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider...
Outstanding.
A job.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, Your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of...
We have been entrusted with a task. Let us approach it with all due care.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... Do not forget that we work to...
Welcome to the... We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure.
Would you mind coming over here?
I keep my prices as fair as I can afford.
What?
You! Need anything?
Good day, sir. Yeah, what might you be like when I'm here?
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
You!
You! My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. What? Can't you think of a reason? I'd thought you were keen. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over. Now you found... So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Aye, aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works, isn't it? Greed will get you nowhere, friend. But worry not. You won't need it where you're headed.
Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. It's right there.
You there! Halt!
Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Bаттala. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then. Report to me if aught catches your eye.
Yes, sir!
Ugh.
We shall see how bold you are in irons. Do not test me.
It's been some time since we last saw the young man who coveted that ornate box. Mayhap we ought to seek him out.
Pray, allow me to show you the way. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Welcome to Bjorn's, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the trot. Nice. Just remember. Misers die early. Hope to see you again. Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Always a pleasure.
Not buying? That's...
These foreign bows do so intrigue me, but I shall admire them from afar. It would be unseemly for an elf to purchase one.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Are you in the market for something in particular? Do come again.
These foreign bows do so intrigue me, but I shall admire them. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose, why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrow, the timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. So it might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you many thanks. I'm indebted, but this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now...
Precious little time.
Displaying bowmanship for an elf. My hand would tremble on the string if 'twere me. But I expect you'll do just fine. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.